like I'm learning how to understand and recognize my own faults and my own accountabilities in that. So that now when I move, it's like, okay, well, I know now if I move right, my girl gonna move right.
Okay. So, what would you say
You
is
know what
like the biggest lesson that you learned from your last relationship?
I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Well, why are you laughing about the last relationship?
This
I
sound
need to
like a
hear the
Nietzsche
story.
question.
This sound like a Nietzsche question. What did you know about
He
your
was around.
last relationship?
But go ahead with your question. I'm sorry. It was just
Well, now
one
I
of
want the story about the last relationship.
those.
No, but no. So
That's a setup.
no, because like if you look at it,
Okay.
like we can go into like the issues that the other person had, whatever, whatever. Like it won't even matter, right? Because whatever you're supposed to learn, it don't matter who that other person is that
Right.
keeps gonna get put in that spot.
Right.
If you don't learn it, if you don't take all the accountability that you just talked about and like things that you had to learn, like if you don't do that, you're gonna keep repeating those cycles. So what was something that you learned from that relationship that has shaped how you deal with your current partner? Soon to be wife, soon? Like, look, I'm using this term
Um.
partners. Beyonce.
um. Man, something I took from that situation. I don't know, cause like I'm still like.
Traumatized? What?
um, I'm still growing.
Okay.
From that last situation.
So you feel, did you do everything right?
Negative.
Okay.
Negative. I can't say I've been in every situation and did everything right.
Okay.
That ain't even humanly possible.
Because sometimes there are,
Nah,
good guys out
nah,
here that get
nah.
done wrong. So,
I've been him before,
okay.
but I know me, and I'm one of those like I'm a tit for tat person. I respond, or I'm a nigga, like whatever level of communication we on. But in the last situation, I definitely felt like I had my best foot forward. Um, Maybe not in the beginning because the relationship was built on a very, very, very bad foundation. But um, I
Like
think
what? Like
throughout
cheating? What you mean? What kind of bad foundation?
part two.
Part two. Okay, so I love part two. All right, all right. Okay. I'm fine. Continue.
Part two.
I
We'll get
wasn't
on that
cheating.
one, part two, in the next interview.
Okay.
That's a story within itself. But in all, um, I feel like, due to the nature of the situation over time, I definitely got to a point and a level in myself where I felt like I was being a better man for
Okay.
myself
Okay.
and for her. And I just got the shit end of the stick,
Okay.
But again, you know, you can look at situations in so many ways. Maybe it was meant for her to get removed. Maybe it was meant for me to get removed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it wasn't meant for me to take those next steps with her. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, and I'm not questioning it. But I what I do know is I learned how to love a person through whatever the circumstance was.
Okay.
I learned how to be submissive as a person. I learned how to sacrifice certain things
Okay.
to better myself, not for the materialistic relationship, but just in general, like you said, spiritually. Sometimes you gotta just be obedient to the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
and He'll take you in, through situations and give you bigger understanding.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
so it wasn't all bad. Of course, I got triggers. Of course, things happen that I'm not proud of, and things happen to me that I would never want to happen to people in general, or
Mm-hmm.
a man shouldn't have to go through it, or what I'm saying, love somebody through that, or even accept it. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you know, I'm not passing judgment. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but I definitely learned for my future self to just keep growing because growing kind of brought me through the circumstances.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? And it definitely made me a better man for my person. So, you know, obviously that wasn't a wrong decision. It was something I needed to go through to recognize what I needed to grow in areas I needed to grow in. And it also reminded me that I had growing to do. Because I even
That
came in my
part.
new situation doing shit I was doing in the other situation just due to being traumatized and how I reacted to that. I kind of like brought that energy into my new situation, not even on purpose.
Yeah.
But just not being in tune with myself and my emotions caused my new person to get hurt in circumstances because I was careless and being transparent with myself. So now that I'm learning how to transition from, you know, certain things, unfortunately, she was collateral damage in my decision making, but you know, it just go back to, you know, um, what we were talking about when, you know, you're giving that decision to love that person through it or love them enough to want to be there. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
And she definitely ain't gave up on me yet. So, you know,
You're doing something right.
obviously, the growing is gonna be a formula that's gonna continue to be a better thing than a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just working on. I just feel like if I keep working on me and I keep choosing to grow, and I keep choosing to, you know, want to do the right things, that eventually it'll be right. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you sound like a good dude. Like we need more men like Diiago out here in this world. I like it. I like this. It to me, it's the growing for me. Like it's the like that like understanding self. It's the emotional intelligence. It's like all of that. Like that's like you're setting a good example for you know what I'm saying. Like you said, you probably been through some things. You probably wasn't the best dude in every relationship.
I ain't gonna paint the picture of being a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely feel like you know,
grown.
Yeah, like I'm growing, and even if I have to listen to myself and don't judge, I'm willing to sit myself down and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what you need to be doing, or you know, now I can recognize making a decision versus, you know what I mean? Like I was watching Nip videos. His right or wrong, you know, he's starting to do these concepts of the right way to do things and the wrong way.
Right.
And again, that was things of the universe because when I was watching the videos, it's just another sign of things, a reminder. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, you know, these are the things you should be doing even in these moments. When you got the option to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it be the small stuff.
Like, do you open every door for your woman?
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Do you attempt to, try to, want to?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. But again, they're just naturally moving throughout the day. It ain't on purpose. It's just men get comfortable. Then, you know, we stopped doing some of the things that we did to, you know, get the attention in that manner. But yeah, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh, I'm a perfect gentleman. I do this, I do that. I'm not. Nope, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up with men like opening every door, but now that now at this age, like I want a man to open my every door.
When I grew up though, that's what you was supposed to do. You would talk to court.
See that's the southern,
you know. But I'm just being honest. Honestly,
niggas
be
from
some
Cali,
days
they
where I go
opening
get in the
doors.
car and you know, and she'll follow behind. You know, when we out, she'll get in the car first. I do. Sometimes I walk up to the door. Sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But that just coming from certain backgrounds. Like I still be nervous being out. Like I be watching my surroundings. I move like I'm a trapper or something. Like I got a bunch of shit going on, but it really don't even. It just secondhand nature. It ain't intentional. Where I'm just not giving her that attention or paying attention. It's just, you know, sometimes we just be moving.
We just be moving like, come on, right?
Now, if she voiced that, if she, you know, like you just said, well, I'm getting to the age where I want that stuff to happen. If she was to ever voice that, then of course, like, that's hands down, like, something, okay, we'll make them changes. But, you know, it ain't never been, like, nothing that serious for us to be like, this is a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it ain't never been like that. So.
You know what? It became a thing for me when like men would check me on it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like
in the beginning, or we talking about after 4-5 years of being with
somebody? No, I mean like just like going out on
like,
dates. Like they would be like,
see, that's when you dating.
Like, what are you doing? Like, if I like go to grab it, I'm not thinking about, oh, he needs to open every door. I'm just like, we moving.
But
like,
when you dating, niggas always gonna be like that. They want you to feel like they that type of nigga.
Dudes from Cali didn't do that shit.
Nope,
I didn't know.
They don't. They ain't.
They
ain't. Get your ass in the car. We gonna get shot at. We gotta get up out of here. What we doing? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know that was a thing. So like, I would have dudes like literally like trying to run to the door to get there before me. I'm like, what are you doing?
You know when it's the beginning and it's new.
That's the only time you do it.
Yeah, you always put your good clothes on and good cologne, and you know you always getting a haircut every week and keeping it clean. You the best guy. You paying for the meals every time y'all go out, and man, our first date she paid for it.
Okay, see, she showed you something different.
Well,
you ain't know how to react.
Shit, I was making $50 a day. I ain't even have no money. But you know, she didn't care. Like she was more invested in getting, like when
we need to have her on Smart Love next. Come on, tell us how to do it, sis.
So you know, everybody had their thing, and in the beginning, it's like, man, shit. Our first night even going on a date, like we stayed where we was longer than the people that worked there.
Oh wow!
Like we were the last one in the party to leave. That's how we were vibing. Like when, and this is the first night. It wasn't even like after getting to know each other so many times and bumping into each other. It wasn't like that. Like it was our second time seeing each other. Like we probably hugged for about 20 minutes, or at least it felt like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we was at somebody else's function. Like we just was saying bye. You know, didn't know each other too much from nothing. You know, but the vibe always been there, and that's the driving. When we go back to what you talking about, as far as you know, when people genuinely like, she just had a genuine, pure energy. You know what I'm saying? And our energies connected instantly. It wasn't even like I pursued her, she pursued me, or I had to put on this front of being this person. I was just getting off work, smelling like it, looking like it, you know, and she was infatuated by me smelling like it and looking like it.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying? In her mind, I was even stupid. I didn't even know she was hitting on me.
Oh, she hitting on you first.
She put her number in my phone.
What?
For me to come to an event that a mutual person was having, and I didn't even go to the event. They had clueless on, man. I didn't think that she put she put her number in my phone as a way of giving me her number.
Right.
Because she wanted to be the point of contact, you know, from that day on.
Okay, I love this.
The other person was gonna send me the information. She was like, nah, I do it. You know what I'm saying? So she slick putting it on me on my phone. She chose. Yeah, she chose up. I'm still not knowing. I'm stupid. I'm just not knowing. Like she called me the day of the event. I'm playing basketball way across town. I ain't even thinking about these events. It done slipped my mind. She hit me like, where you at? Like, you coming? Where you? And I'm like, coming? Well, what? I'm like, man, I done forgot all about the event. And she done, you know, she just, in her world, you know, just doing the right things and the proper things to, you know, get my attention. But it was just crazy, like, how how y'all move, and I'm just like oblivious.
Oblivious, right.
I don't know nothing. I ain't seeing the signs, none of the clues. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, but you know, God got a way of doing things, and you know, she was real persistent and getting to know me, not me, but me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever drew to her, you know.
Because you didn't show up as like the artist.
Hell no, she didn't even know I did music.
Okay.
This I was doing security at the time. I was working, and I popped in to just speak to a mutual friend of ours, and you know they have a relationship, and me and that person have a relationship. So it really was just like, you know, we were around each other in the room, but never like, we never interacted or nothing like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's like she, in her world.
She was peeping, like she was like.
In her world,
she was like,
you know, she saw me a couple of times.
Okay.
And, you know, but in my world, I wasn't even aware. I'm just like, so out the loop. But, you know, when she finally agreed to, you know.
So you finally asked her out on a date?
Nah, I don't even remember if we just agreed to go out or I asked her. She was like, let's go do something. I don't remember the context verbatim, but we did decide to go on a date one day after I got off of work. And we went to this spot. They did like, they had the bar, you know, they served food. They had the football bowling and all that.
Okay.
We didn't even play games. We sat at the bar and talked the whole time. You know, we were just vibing and conversating and, you know, it was just a vibe.
It was a vibe.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, those are the best. Yeah, that's the best one.
But, you know, those encounters kind of be like that in the beginning when guys feel like they want to pursue women. You know, they have to put on this, you know, put their best foot forward to impress y'all.
Right.
And women do it too sometimes, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess
in our own way. In our own way.
I guess it's a thing. But
we do it our own way.
But some guys are like that, you know, through and through. You know, you got some guys that still open the door. Still, you know, they still put their coat down when it rain on. You know,
I ain't never seen that.
All the stuff that back in the day they used to do. You know, give you the coat when it's cold and, you know, the normal courting things that we grew up traditionally watching. You know, there's some guys out there that really stand on those. I would love to be one of them guys consistently. I ain't gonna lie. They the coolest to me. Yeah. I'd rather be him.
Right.
Getting it right. You know what I'm saying? But I just, in reality, you know, being in a relationship, you know, you get comfortable. And sometimes those characteristics tend to kind of fade away. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like, well, you know, now we locked in.
We locked in right now,
so,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She probably don't even care about me opening the door. You know, it just changed. The whole narrative changed over time. And just like now, you want it now, but I'm pretty sure if you was to, you know, find you somebody and y'all get to a comfortable state, like, you ain't gonna really care about it. You know, opening no door every day, every time y'all get in the car, every time y'all walk in the room.
You know what? It's less about like opening the door. It's like it's more about like feeling like protected.
Yeah.
And
Putting
safe.
you first.
So it's like I think that is what stands out to me. Like men that do things like that kind of like just make. Because like we were just talking earlier about like one of our interviews with Boss Lady, right? We were talking about like how like as you know strong women like you know what I'm saying we like I can damn near beat you to the door, but
she just want to be feminine.
Like those things like that energy. Make me feel like I'm a princess for a moment.
Now, I ain't saying I can do it. I ain't saying I ain't capable now.
Like sometimes we just like that.
I put that shit on and be a whole.
Even if it's only on date night, on date night, I don't have to touch no doors.
Nah,
I don't have to drive.
I can sit like, in the
passenger seat.
When we out and like moving around, of course I'm full fledged. Like I ain't, you know, I be again. I'm watching everything. I'm just fully attentive to stuff, and I might catch a door every now and then. Well, you know, just opening the car door every time we get in the car and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just, like I said, you just get comfortable, and it don't be a thing that has to be stressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
sometimes she could go just hop in the car. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like, yeah, it's
And
hard
hit
to
the
like,
unlock
come on,
button.
let's
Yeah,
go.
like shit. He gonna
Like,
get in when he done talking whatever. Like it ain't. Like I said, it's never been a point of interest where it played a vital role in how we function when we're moving around. Like, it ain't never been like that. So,
okay.
you know, like I said, if she was able to voice that, then at that point, of course, we're gonna tend to it.
But you know what? Like it's like as women, like we be dealing with so much crazy stuff. That's the last thing that we care. Be humble.
Yeah.
Be, you know what I'm saying? Be a good person. Have a good heart. Have good character. You know, care about me. Care about my feelings. If you don't open one door and you do all those other things I don't think, you will get the world.
I can say I do. I can say I do about 80% of that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say
that's
I don't do all
we
that,
ain't too hard. We ain't too hard on y'all.
I'm working on it.
We want the basics. We want the basics.
Some guys ain't capable of giving y'all the basics. Everybody can't tap into those.
We're learning.
Yeah. So, and I was one of them. I ain't always been able to, you know, be at this state where I understand. And, you know, I can communicate and be submissive to my partner in those ways. Like, because again, I grew up in a traditional household where, you know, the woman just took care of the house.
Yeah.
And her importance only capped at that. You know what I mean? Whatever it was to solidify being a wife and catering to her husband or her counterpart in that manner. Like, what's the thing? You know what I'm saying? Men just went out and provided, and women did what they did. Now it's a whole nother world.
It's a whole nother world.
I can run it. The list is so crazy. I didn't even know. Ain't no boundaries and none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. So, I've grown to respect 50-50 relationships. I've grown to respect, you know, 100 relationships. I've grown to understand that there's no such thing as somebody being a breadwinner in the household. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in situations where me and my partner had to get it together. We had to get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at that time, it ain't about who make more money. It's about how the fuck we gonna take care of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How we gonna stand on the business? If you got it and I don't, it's took care of. If I got it and you don't, it's took care of. My money is your money. Ain't no way we, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't exist in the real world unless. But you know, again, that's circumstantial too. Like, you know.
What's the difference between a 50-50 and a 100-100 relationship?
50-50 is to me like agreeing. It's like, okay, if we go on this date, like, kind of how me and her started.
Okay.
She was already in a 50-50 mind state.
Okay.
Because to her, she ain't like one of them girls where you ain't paying for her shit. She a boss. She got her own money. If she went on a date with you, she can buy her own drinks. You know what I'm saying? She can pay for her own food, and she didn't need you to do shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If
that
you
part.
just was a gentleman and said, I got the ticket, then cool. But she'll even be the one to be like, I got it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
she showed you something different. You
yeah,
like,
wait, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Hold on. What?
Keep that $50 you just made today. You pay the next time. I got them. You know what I'm saying? My bank a little bigger. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take care of it, and I ain't gonna make you look like no less of a man in public. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's the
different.
real one.
Yeah, it's different. So it's like that's when you're 100.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't no.
Count. Let's see. Okay. What?
Yeah, like it ain't
how
no
much
separation.
You got? Okay. No, it's like whatever
man,
I got.
We're gonna handle it accordingly.
I love it.
However the bill come, we ain't looking there to see who gonna handle it. Like, you know what I mean? Get on the card. What you were saying, though. You know what I'm saying? when it's 50-50, it's an agreement to say, okay, well, I'll handle these certain things, you can handle those things, and we'll do that as our system in dealing with each other. When it's 100, this shit, we got it.
Yeah, I like
You know what I'm
100
saying?
100 better than 50.
Yeah, hell yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. Ain't nobody gonna know who got it. Shit, you don't know who took it. I do that now today. You bring me a receipt, she gonna sign the receipt. I slide them over right over to her. I pass it on. I don't even know how to tip nobody. Facts. I'm learning how to do that. I'm cheap. I don't know how to tip. She better than me, because if I tip,
you ain't get shit.
Hey, I don't know how to fill the receipt out.
Like, you ain't add that shit in already. You might not get
I'm
it.
gonna put the same numbers in on that one. You ain't getting nothing. I don't know. So hey man, but it's just common courtesy. Nah, man. You don't know who paid for the bill. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna look like I got money and she don't. You know what I'm saying? Or she ain't gonna never step out and I ain't up the part. Like, it don't even make sense.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? She 100% invested. It done been time where I done had a show and Shawty go spend $1,000 on me just for this show, and then she'll pick something out the closet. Nah, don't buy me now. I got some. I'll put something together. Like, what? I just these boots $500. Just spent $1,000 on these clothes, and ain't gonna get you a rainbow T-shirt.
Not a rainbow T-shirt.
She don't care. Like, it ain't. No, you the star. They worry about you.
Do you feel like that is like the type of person that she is and has been in this relationship? Do you feel like that is like rare, or
Definitely.
do you see more of that? Because like everybody be talking about all these gold diggers out. No, I don't know.
You know what this world like, possess right now.
I don't know, because like I just feel like it's just.
So what's the terminology for YN females?
YB? So
young bitch. Ooh, that's a good one. No, but she not that.
Okay, but
it's a big difference.
Okay,
it's a big difference. And she the traditional woman. Like, nowadays, they even got down to have a conversation. Before you even know a girl's name, you got to send her a cash out.
That is crazy to me. What?
Like, hey, how you doing? My cash app is what?
What? That's what they doing for real.
I'm straight.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a real thing. Like, you go on a date, you got to pay for the friend and the friend.
You got to pay for the friend to do what?
You got to take me shopping before you got to fly me out. You got to do, man, what?
Okay, where does that come from though?
That
like,
come from the EYBs, you just said.
But does that mean that because women ain't gonna just start demanding something that's not being given to them?
So let's just be honest. That comes from the generation being different.
Okay.
Like, my lady counterpart grew up in a time where her parents taught her how to be a wife to her husband early on.
Okay.
She was raised with this kind of instillment in her character to say, hey, this is how you take care of your household. Yeah. This is how you navigate, you know what I'm saying, as a woman in the world we live in.
Okay.
Now it's like when kids started raising kids, like, they didn't have them aunties and grandmamas and great aunties to show them how to cross their legs and crisscross applesauce and, be a young lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got daughters. I'm still traditional. So, when it comes to the young ladies and the women that I know that's older than these YBs, that we speak on, it's a big difference. They don't, their generation taught them a certain type of way.
Okay.
Technology, they were raised, different. They weren't raised with the traditional parent or grandparent in the household that taught them how to,
Cause like the way I grew up and like the mentality that I still have, like as a woman, we gonna hold it down. Like, it's like there's not too many Like
That's exactly
there
what I'm
there
saying.
are, I'm not gonna say it's not women out there that are like, gold diggers, money hungry, just want to just be taken care of. But for the most part, like a woman will be down for a man if he had nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Like there's it's not it's less of the example that you see where the man's just paying for everything and
Right.
he's living this lavish life. Like most of the time, the way I grew up, like the woman was holding it down for the family. Like that's just normal.
Right.
So like I felt like I feel like the way the narrative right now is that all women just want men for their money, and we got these super high expectations. Like I don't know that woman. Now I will say, women after we get a certain level of success, maybe we do want someone at least on this level.
These ain't successful women. They ain't got shit.
Right. So how? But I'm just
They
like,
want a
how
nigga
do
to
they
have.
demand?
They want a nigga to have a house, a car, make scammer money, fly them out, buy them bags, take them shopping, eat steak every day, seafood.
But they can't do none of that for themselves.
They want to sit in the section, stand on the sofa, shake ass, and they don't have. They still stay with their mamas. They don't work. They don't know how to get a job. They probably got a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't have half of the things that they're asking for from a nigga. Like it ain't.
But some men are funding that lifestyle.
You know why? Because it became a fashion. It became the thing to do.
Okay. Y'all wasting y'all money.
She gonna do whatever I want her to do if I pay for it.
Okay.
That's the thing now.
Yeah. And then a woman who's like
the only way I gotta get your attention is to buy you a bag. All right, I'm gonna go spend $30,000 on that bag. Now you like me. And it's damn, you down there can't even have a regular job. Like you gotta be at a certain level in life to even be attractive to a woman or a YB these days. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I feel like, and that's on the women, right? Like we need to.
Fact. But at McDonald's ain't getting no play. None. He could be a manager. That boy running the shift. He making sure it get done. But get what? Nothing.
But instead of like trying to get a man to create this lifestyle for you, baby girl, go out there and get it for yourself. Like, what is you doing? Go to school, get a job.
You got women with good jobs and they own money and they still want guys. If you ain't got what they got or better, they ain't dealing with it. A woman ain't taking care of no man.
Nah.
A girl cannot have nothing and expect a nigga to give them everything. It's very rare that a woman could have everything and a nigga could have nothing and they'll give everything.
I feel like that. Well, maybe nowadays, but back in the day, that used to happen all the time.
Right, I got one. I'm just saying in general, like.
Okay.
Because when I ain't had nothing, she gave everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just,
Got you.
We talking about in general. Then that's just the ways of the world. But it go back to how they were taught.
Yeah.
It go back to what was instilled in them and the lack of. You know what I'm saying? The lack of parenting, the lack of guidance is why they think the way they think, and why they do the way they do, and why they act the way they act, and why they got you get the results.
Mm-hmm.
Is because they didn't have, a traditional woman to say, hey, young lady, like that ain't, you get out there and get it. You don't depend on no man. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, how when I grew up, it was, if Buddy wasn't as good as your dad, he ain't getting no attention.
That part. Yeah.
You gotta at least be better than my dad can give me the world. If you can't give me the world or better, hey buddy, it ain't even in my algorithm to deal with, to be around your type of person. Like,
yeah, for sure.
So, it's a big difference.
Yeah, this generation is in trouble. Yeah. Oh, I feel sorry for my son and my daughter. I be like, ooh. So, just to kind of wrap us up, But I need one more story from you.
Okay.
But first, I want to get. So, like, if you could give like any, advice for the next generation, your generation, like anybody that's watching on three different things. So it's like there's love, success, and wealth. So we're
Okay.
gonna start with love.
Okay.
Just one piece of advice, something to live by.
It took me a lifetime to learn what love is. I don't think I learned how to love or what love was until now. You know what I'm saying? Until I got older, I'm gonna say. So, learn how to love yourself and be pure. Like just have a pure heart. You know, because your own experience is gonna be your knowledge. And if you don't love yourself enough to want to learn and want to be better and want to be the best you in your relationship with people, then it'll never be no foundation you build will ever be you'll never be able to stand on.
And how did you learn how to love yourself? Like just from
Life,
having the right person to
experience,
show you
yeah.
something different, or just life? Okay.
I just feel like God don't make mistakes. He removed people out your life for a reason. He bring people in your life for a reason. It's up to you to, pay attention to the signs and the red flags, and even in your flags. I'm learning that. Like I had to figure my own red flags out, and learn how to, like I said, be transparent and be accountable for what I'm giving and not giving, and the effort I'm putting into, my own relationship with people. So, that play a major role in how you present yourself, in certain situations.
Dang, I even just gave me a whole word. Now I gotta think of. I never thought about what are my red flags. All my flags are green.
Lies.
I would have to do some self-reflection. Like,
not,
what are my
red
flags?
Yeah, it ain't
Wow,
possible
okay.
to.
You gave me a whole word.
Somebody with all green flags is a red flag.
If you think
that
you
is a
all
red
green,
flag right
that
now.
is a red flag.
If you think you all green.
Well, no, I know my red flag. I feel like I have grown and matured and gotten rid of some, but I would want to know what are some of the red flags. I may have to do some.
Give me one.
One of my red flags. Okay, so one of them is that I don't like to argue.
Okay.
So
what?
Yeah, I don't like
you
to.
Just said.
What?
Never mind. We're gonna
What did I say? What did I say?
Part two.
So the way I was like really bad in communication when it came to like my marriage. Like I wouldn't argue with you. Like
no, you getting no hands.
Like I used to try to fight dudes back in the day. I did. Oh, I had to work on that.
Yeah, okay.
I used to think I could just beat up a dude. Like, and I had 7 brothers and uncles, and I was bad. But I wouldn't want to argue with you, so I wouldn't communicate when I was angry. I would just be passive aggressive. Okay. I might just wash everything in the house except for your stuff. I might cook a meal for one.
You get better now. You gotta go.
Like
you is getting out of here.
Look, my sister taught me how to make a meal for one. My sister used to make a whole pot of gumbo for one.
You know what?
When she was mad at her husband.
Yeah. Now I can even say like, when my partner, she could be mad at the world. I'm gonna eat.
You gonna eat? Okay.
She ain't gonna poison the food.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She still gonna cook with love. That's one thing I don't know if I got to worry about that. Maybe I just ain't made her mad enough for nothing, but I don't know about. And damn, and she did wash the clothes. She washed all your clothes. She ain't, I ain't got no hole in none of my good pants and that. All the stuff I be seeing, I be like, what? You cut a hole in what?
Everywhere his pants and stuff like that.
What?
I was like, I never thought to do that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like I would be.
You gotta start counting your blessings. Niggas, start counting your blessings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got clean clothes and good food this week. I'm straight. I gotta start figuring it out. All right.
And then another one of my red flags is that my cutoff game got too swift.
Swift, like you got good at it.
Good. Like I do this thing that's called a sandwich.
Don't tell him yourself. He probably watching. What's a sandwich?
So a sandwich,
like a real sandwich, or
no?
This is what you called it.
It's called a sandwich. Okay.
Different go viral. Pay attention.
So then this is the way that I, break it off with someone. So a sandwich is basically you want to have something positive as the top piece of bread and something positive as the bottom piece of bread, and in the middle, the meat. You get to it. You know what I'm saying?
The meat is great.
So, you know what? I really enjoy getting to know you. I've enjoyed all of our experiences together. I think you're a great person. Then you hit them with the meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just are not on the same page. We're just, we're not equally yoked. Okay. I don't like how you did X, Y, and Z. And this is crazy. That was crazy when you did this. And then you end it with,
but we can still.
I wish you. I hope you find what you're looking for. May God continue to bless you.
I cannot believe I'm listening to this. This is crazy.
And then you block. You send the sandwich and you have it delivered and you do never go back. You have to block. That's very important. No rebuttal.
Where's my smart little tequila? I need a drink on this one. This is crazy.
You can't leave room for no crumbs. Like, I leave no crumbs, okay? Eat the sandwich and go about your life.
You get the po' boy.
Go on about your life. So I think I probably should work on that.
Nah, you know what? I don't even think the sandwich is bad.
Because I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave and hurt your feelings or you know what I'm saying, just ghost you or leave you wondering. So let me give you a little word of advice.
You know what? So here we go. This is crazy. It's coming full circle. So what I'm learning and what I'm being taught is transparency, right? As long as I'm transparent with myself, it shouldn't even be a struggle to have them tough conversations like that. Where we just have to come with being completely utterly honest, and it don't make you nasty. Right. How you come off, it's always a right way to, communicate. But just being able to just be completely transparent, because what I'm told is it gives your partner the opportunity to make a decision. In other words, let me make a decision on if I want to continue to be here, or if there's something that I want to walk away from, or I feel like whatever, XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of times, people self-sabotage. And they just make decisions selfishly. Whether they have a hidden agenda in it to get a point across, or it could be, something that they do that's not on purpose, and they don't know, that they're doing it. And they're just doing it based off of how they react into triggers or how they react into situations and stuff.
You been through some therapy or something? Hey. Okay, we revealing all. Okay,
this co-host. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, this is smart. Smart love him.
But no, That's fine. Smart love. We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
But no, in all honesty though, like just being honest with yourself, man, and your partner, completely. Um,
Yeah.
some call it ripping the band-aid off, but it's really just being completely honest and giving your partner that raw truth, to
Yeah.
and option and in life to decide how they protect their inner peace and their heart.
But oftentimes men say that they don't or that they can't be transparent because how their woman's going to react to certain, or they may not, or I feel like men are not honest about certain things because they're not going to get the result that they want.
If I got to make an excuse, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
If you ask me a question and I got to make an excuse, I don't want to do it.
Is this not plugged up? I'm sorry. It is plugged up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to talk.
Right.
I should be able to give you my transparent honesty, my raw truth, because if it's pure, then I shouldn't fear how you take it.
Right. But it's like you have to get to that level with someone. I think.
Yeah, facts. Or be that out the gate.
That is rare. Like I don't know.
Now we got some of them women out there too. Now they be like, man, you should have just told me what you wanted up front.
Yeah, because somebody might be okay with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I am. Tell me. You never know.
I ain't always been a tell me person. Had a time I ain't even know. Not to say that I had a hidden agenda. I had intentions, but just I had to grow to understand that was a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all that play a part in the love part of my advice. You know what I mean? Just
be transparent.
Yeah.
And understand love and love yourself. I love it. Okay. What about success? Especially in the music industry. Like they need they need some advice.
Stay true to yourself. Trust the process. I feel like it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You get what you put in out of it. If you're not fully invested, you can't expect people to fully invest in you and support. If you ain't putting the work in, you can't expect somebody else to outwork you in your dream. And just, believe that you could do it. Believe that it's worth it. You're going to fail, you're going to fall short. Everybody ain't going to like every song. Everybody not going to respect your craft. Everybody, everybody do this. Everybody rap. Everybody make beats. Everybody DJ. Everybody a celebrity. So you have to constantly remind yourself what makes you different. Your motivation in the first place. I didn't start doing music for people to like me. I did it because I know how to do it. I did it because I like making good music. I did it because I like challenging myself to create a good body of work when it comes to songs and in general. That's my foundation. It was built off of that. My foundation wasn't built off of being a rapper and being famous and having a lot of money and all that stuff. Yes, that come with it, but at the same time, what I'm getting out of my music is that people genuinely love my music. People, when the song come on, they genuinely feel and understand my side of the story. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I
It's
love
not about
that.
just me rapping and coming up with a
Right.
good hook and going in there talking about some shit I ain't got going on and having to try to convince you on this type of nigga in the streets and that I possess these materialistic things. Like my real true raw music is my experiences. People genuinely like those songs
Mm-hmm.
more than they do, the songs where I wrote that shit in 5 minutes and just put some things together. Like I got a real catalog, and my best music, came from stuff I've been through. To me, this is my personal favorites.
Yeah.
So as an artist, when it comes to being successful in the music industry, just always be a student. Be willing to learn. Be willing to take the back seat. Sacrifice. You're gonna sacrifice a lot, but yeah, just trust the process.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, and then what was the last? Wealth. Everyone like throw that word around. Like, I want to be wealthy.
Yeah.
Like, give us like one key. Even if you're not there yet, you see it. Like you have a plan, a
I
vision,
definitely ain't there yet, but
and you.
what I've learned over time in life is that wealth can mean so many different things. You can be mentally wealthy.
Come on, mentally wealthy.
You can be spiritually wealthy.
Yes.
Which is what people call rich in spirit, rich in faith. I want to be wealthy in life in general, in all of those categories. I don't want billions of dollars. I want enough money to be able to wake up and do whatever I want to do. My independent living is situated. My kids is, they can live comfortably and be set for life and their kids and, just wealthy in general when it comes to having a good spirit, giving back to my community and helping people, in certain situations and circumstances to help them become wealthy in life, just in general. So my advice is, determine your own difference between being selfless and selfish. I had to learn that, I had a habit of helping everybody and doing everything for everybody else, and did something that my partner taught me. I have a bad habit of dimming my own light, as she called it. But
She got to come on next.
In our reality, it's really just it was true. I would pour into everybody else and do everything for everybody else and so forth and so on. And then when it came time for me, I'm like, oh, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. Or I ain't, I didn't separate myself when it came from giving myself my flowers and being as great as I was. I always downplayed it or whatever the case may be, instead of like stepping into my own light and really just like wearing the hats that I wear proudly, or not necessarily like bragging or boasting, but in a sense of just acknowledging that I'm great in those areas and just putting me first when it came to certain things, and not just accolades, but just in general as a person, and that's down to family, taking care of family and friends, and being there for people, being the one everybody can call on. But when I need them, I can't call nobody. When I'm going through it, ain't nobody to borrow that from or depend on to get me through. I gotta figure out how to make a way, and even in those situations, people didn't appreciate the sacrifices you do make, to even be there for them. I still got to be there when you call and you need me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, just learning how to be selfish in times and put you first, but it's okay also to support people and give back, and see other people win because they winning ain't your winning. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's journey different. You know, you can't be afraid. They call it gatekeeping now. You know, it's so much gatekeeping going on. Other people don't want other people to win or be better than them or be in better positions. But what I've learned over time is you never know when you're gonna need somebody. You never know when. You never know what this person gonna be capable of in the future.
Yeah.
So it might be a time where you'll make a sound decision that can hurt you in the future because the same person that you made that decision for or about could be in a position to change your life later. Or be in a position where you won't be successful in a situation due to them being a determining factor in how you navigate. So, you just gotta learn when and how to be selfless and selfish and really just build wealth within yourself. You know what I mean? Just know that it ain't all materialistic. Being wealthy ain't all materialistic. It took me a long time to just be grateful. Like we were down in on the beach this past weekend, and just talking about counting the blessings and being humble, in a sense of knowing that it could be worse. And that's more than just financially. Like last year around this time, we was in a terrible car accident.
Oh no.
She was driving. We got hit by 2 cars and 18-wheeler. We hit a wall in the tree, but just being grateful for life.
Yeah.
And as she put it, being able to see, the water. It was so beautiful. Seeing the clouds and being able to touch the sand and feel the wind against your skin and smelling the ocean water. Just the small things. You know what I'm saying? That it's people that wake up every day, and some people blind, and some people don't have a sense of touch, and they can't, they can't hear. You have deaf people, they'll never be able to hear anything.
Yeah.
But just having those senses and having the small things like all your limbs and being able to navigate every day
so many
on
things
a normal basis. I broke my foot and my fibula in my leg. So it was tough for me to learn how to use one hand for my body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And thank God that I had a person beside me that I had. She been in the medical field over 15 years, so she was able to help God nurse me back, or he put her in my space to, you know what I'm saying, be there. So it's like the small thing. Now I'm back. I'm on my feet. I'm back performing, like
dancing,
everything. I can still put that show on. So I gotta thank God for that because it could have been worse.
Yes,
we could have been buried last year. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to experience anything or be above ground to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everything, all the little things. Even your platform, like I appreciate you bringing me on. I'm not communicative when it comes to my emotions, and that's even in my personal relationship. So just being on this platform is teaching me how to be more vocal about, being transparent and learning how to express myself.
You've done a great job. You're very deep.
For having me and giving me this opportunity to, I probably said some shit on there I ain't never said to her. I'll probably hear it later, but I still appreciate the opportunity that you invested in me to help me grow as an artist.
Absolutely.
Intellectually, I guess that's
smart love. That's smart love. Gives people the opportunity to relate to you on a different level. You know what I'm saying? It's especially in the music industry, you kind of look at celebrities like they're untouchable, like they got it all together. They're living this perfect life that especially on the internet, that's not really reality. And so oftentimes people try to hold themselves up to that standard, and it's
Yeah.
like that's that's not even real. But like to see the real, like I've been through some things, like what I'm saying. I'm still learning. I'm growing, and I feel like people can relate to that, and then that makes them even more of a fan of you, not just your music.
Some people,
and you are a brand. Like it's not just the music. Like that's what your focus on is right now. But you may have, what like you probably have some more future plans. Like,
definitely.
Do you want to act? Do you want to start your own label? Do you want to,
So I have a label.
Okay.
That I'm working on building. I've been building it for years, but now professionally, business-wise, I'm building it.
Okay.
And yes, I definitely want to get into film, television. I'm working on, not being camera shy and but just being able to be comfortable in my own skin. And, I'm very intrigued with acting and stuff. I'm not a content creator, and then I can't do that to save my life, but
I didn't think I was a content creator too.
But I definitely like the film side and production side, and I want to write new movies and stuff. So I actually got some screenwriting stuff. I work on the back end, which they're gonna see that, like, even with my videos, I'm trying to get into being more theatrical with the videos and the content. Creating a story behind the music, and I just want to be there. I don't want it to be the typical rapper stuff. I want to at least invest into giving people a reason to want to get into the art, and like you said, tap into the man behind the music. You know what I'm saying? The real raw talent, because it ain't just rap. I got a real catalog. I got R&B music. I got
what?
No, I write every type of everything. So it ain't once I'm able to get into my creative space, like when you're a genuine fan, you'll know, like, I got a plethora of music.
That's dope.
Catalog real different. So it's definitely worth listening to. And that's to my genuine fans. Some people listen to keep up with you, and like.
And look, and the algorithm don't care. Like,
so
every view counts. So keep watching.
Exactly, and they're just like this. Like that's why it's so important, because some people just watch to see, like I said, to be in your business. They want to know. I don't really post my lady like that. I don't even put out there that she exists much. So like, if if you're in my personal space, I try to keep my music what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my personal life to be the focal point of why people watching or supporting or whatever the case may be. Don't support me because you feel like she don't exist and you got a chance.
No,
don't support me because...
Don't do that, ladies.
But that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? You got some rude bitches out there. They want to come to the show because they think that's a closer way of, maybe if I support him, then so I can get his attention or whatever. Like, no, be a genuine fan. Like, don't jump in my algorithm because you want to watch my life and see what I got going on, or who I'm around and what celebrities I'm dealing with. No, if you like the music, you like the music. You don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, like, I don't want the transactional relationship.
Period, at all.
Don't be around me just because, or you watching what I post, trying to dissect information. You know what I'm saying? Listening to what I'm like, even in these interviews, like, you watching the interview back to see what I said about certain experiences I got. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can be, oh, here girl ain't doing this or doing that. No, I'm uplifting her every time. You're not gonna have nothing bad to say.
Yeah.
You don't even know. You don't know her. So, you know what I'm saying? For you to speak on something, it'll just be at your own risk. But we gonna take it personal, because it ain't gonna be allowed. You know what I'm saying? But that's another reason why I'm so private, because it come with too much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I definitely understand that.
I just rather my people be genuine fans and really just genuinely support the music and my side of the story and relate to my experiences. You know, even when it's R&B music, like I write real R&B music, not just fuck you music or you know, I got these type of bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that. Like, I'm talking about real old
like
school
love.
vibes.
Oh,
Like, I got real
it.
R&B catalog.
I got to go to the
you know,
catalog.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
where
coming.
where do we find like all of this greatness? How do we follow you? How do
Definitely
we
in the near
support
future,
you?
I'm gonna be releasing a lot of music.
Okay.
I just dropped a project called Still Slept On. That's not R&B, but it's more towards my experiences in life, and it showed just the artistic side of me. But I
Okay.
also gave some different type of vibes on there. I dropped it on my daughter's birthday, so I had a little tribute to them. Not necessarily a tribute, but I kind of was. Part one of that was it was called Sincerely Daddy, and it was just basically like giving my kids my side of the story, like the
I
insight
love
on
girl
what
dad.
started.
Like I feel like girl dads like got
Yeah.
it's like
Well, I have one son, but combined, you know, more than one.
Okay.
But biologically, you know, it was to tell my side of the story because of my circumstances and my fatherhood situation.
Okay.
So that was a little personal for me. And then, you know, I have a song on there called Unapologetically Myself, which touched on a lot of different things that I was going through, talking to God, basically just battling, venting, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of my real life situations and circumstances. So that was just a point where I was kind of venting in the music. I had a song on there called Hitters where that was geared more towards the YNs and you know, how this generation is when it comes to gun violence and stuff like that.
Come on with the lessons.
So
it
was
the
more
music.
storytelling. And you know, it's some rap on there. I was popping it a little bit. The song called Addy, I kind of just was kind of showing them the range of, you know what I mean, me being able to, you know, that's like mixtape Future, you know what I'm saying? I was tapping into the, you know what I mean? Like, just showing them, I just gave them a variety of, is that all the songs? I'm trying to think. And Knick Knack, which is my new single. It's called Knick Knack Paddywhack. And it's basically just, you know, me being a YN.
Okay.
It's a YN mindset.
Okay.
But I definitely don't promote gun violence. I don't indulge in those kind of environments. I'm not around it. I'm well polished, you know, when it comes to putting those messages out there. But it's just to prove to my fans that I can relate to, you know, streetwise. I can relate in the household. I can relate in relationships. I can be a father. I can be big bro. I could be aunt. I could be, you know, whatever necessary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where this and the whole point of the EP is that I feel like I'm still slept on. So I named it that because I feel like a lot of times people overlook me as an artist, and you know, I've been overlooked in so many situations over time. So you know, that's just, it was personal for me. So these I got PTSD. I'm probably gonna work on dropping by New Year's. That's People Thought I Stopped Dreaming. Is basically you know, just sharing with the world again my side of the story when it comes to me being musically inclined and in tune with myself, and again telling my situations and stuff like that, and reminding people that I'm still working. You know, this music thing is still important to me. It's still a dream of mine. You know what I'm saying? So
you doing it. You living a dream. Where do we follow you? How can we get all this greatness that's coming? All the social platforms, the streaming platforms, everything. How do we find you?
My social platforms is Diiago, D, 3 I's, AGO. That's pretty much my Instagram. My distribution platforms is under the same name, Diiago, but it's with the addition of Prada. It's Diiago Prada, which is my name. It's D3IAGO Prada, like the clothing line. I'm on all streaming platforms, playlists, anything you listen to, I'm there. Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Diesel, iHeartRadio, you name it. All the new music that I'll be dropping will be on all distribution platforms. Just stay tuned. I'm definitely dropping all the information on my social platforms as well. So make sure you go and follow me. Stay tapped in. My YouTube is D3AGO Prada, Prada, like the clothing line, which I'll be putting more interviews and shows and stuff like that, experiences on my YouTube.
Okay, good. I'm on content creation.
Yeah. I did 2 movies this year. Well, one, and I'm working on another. So I will be on the soundtracks of those.
Okay.
And I'll be on film, actually on screen very soon.
You
trying to
working.
think.
You working.
Yeah. Now booking. So,
okay.
You know, hosting, performing, whatever. I'm there. Just tap in. Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. Well, thank you so much, Diiago. This is my new brother right here.
I know, right?
Hey,
I'm trying to co-host this thing, man.
Hey,
y'all.
You know what I'm saying? He
You know
got,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
smart love him.
Hit the DM. You feel me? Drop it in the comments.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Type in co-host, tag her.
Yes.
So we can change her mind. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, let's do it.
Catch y'all.
Send us some topics, like, cause for real, like.
Facts.
Hey, I feel like he can go on any topic.
Now we're gonna talk about it all.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I ain't scared to talk about you. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. This was Smart Love. It's all about smart love.
Facts.
Get you some.
Appreciate y'all, man.